Let's go ahead and actually dive into the demo. Let me know if y'all hear that. So we got Fighting Ground. Test your mettle in a variety of game modes between arcade mode, training mode, offline matches, and more. There are many paths for fighters to follow in their pursuit of combat mastery. So you have the option for a one-on-one fight, and you can actually, like, if there was someone else here with another controller, we could play some Street Fighter. So you might want to see this at like locals and all that. Let's see, we got Extreme Battle Online. Is there an options menu? Yeah, it's right here. So you can change your battle HUD settings, like pretty much everything that was available in the other demo. So you can display. Ooh. Turn motion blur off. Anyways, you can turn input delay reduction to on. Oh, that's for that's gotta be for. Oh no, that's smooth. PS4 sticks work. I'm using so this Snackbox Micro has the all-in-one PCB in it, so I have not tested with purely a PlayStation 4 controller. Like I would assume so, but don't take my word for it. Let's see, we got dynamic volume range, audio boost, we got the accessibility settings so you can test those out. You got all that. You got basic display settings, turn your subtitles on, screen shake on, screen brightness, camera, which is okay. These are your controls, avatar controls. We will switch to classic. We will switch to classic and make sure when you boot up Street Fighter 6 that you do as well, so you don't get messed up. If you want to use modern, if you want to use these are for your avatar battle, avatar battles anyway. So if you want to use what most people are going to be using, make sure to get your classic controls down pat. Yeah, accessibility options are absolutely incredible. The sound accessibility, and it's all right there to display in the demo. And again, on April 26th, the demo will be releasing to all platforms. So let's see, other input settings. Left stick dead zone. I don't have this. Is that a snack box? Yep. This is default control mapping. And again, for your control settings, you want to like regularly, you're gonna want to swap them to classic. But you do have the extra. Modern was already there in the first demo, but then you also have dynamic. Again, for the auto combo, smart steering. Just kind of like getting your feet wet, which is pretty all right. But again, I'm gonna be going for classic. So both of them have classic on. Now for the game, we do the overworld vitality status. Yep. Minimap status. Let's just keep everything at a default. Change the name. Always etching Tasticus the Black into history. Data collection, no. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but let's see, damage display. Then we did pause menu on long hold. Might be a little bit beneficial for those tournament matches. Just saying. There's all that. There go your tips. And now you can utilize the practice mode and the world tour and all that. Arcade mode's right there. This is Fighting Ground, so basically your you know, non-online stuff. You have the character guides we'll dive into in a bit, the one-on-one, the extreme match, and I guess you have online here as well. So this will teach you a lot about, well, I guess intermediate and advanced. Do you have to unlock those, or are they just not in the demo? I wonder. I wonder. Did I go? Okay, I didn't look. I didn't look. All right. Classic controls, huh? It takes time to get used to them, but they open up your options in a fight. So pressing left and right will let you walk in that direction. Let me know how the video looks, y'all. Tap the directional buttons twice to dash. Well done. You can jump. You can jump straight to the other side. Let's see. Good. Jumps are excellent for moving while avoiding opponent attacks, but don't get careless. These are your normal attacks. So buttons are for both punches and kicks. And there are 3 tiers of strength. The cool thing that I like for this tutorial is that they'll actually use the controller face buttons. The controller face buttons right here for the notation, for, you know, for like attack strengths and like whatnot. So again, for those that don't have a fight stick or don't know what LP, HK, MP, MK is, they have a really basic point of reference. Basic point of reference. So pressing either triangle or circle will have a medium attack. And then either R1 or R2, which would be your heavy attacks. So they've already established to the player that there are 3, well, like, again, if you use classic mode, there are 3 attack strengths, punches, and kicks. And then you can easily translate them to just like, you know, like a regular controller. Again, because like not everyone's going to be spending $200, $300, $400 on fight sticks and all that stuff. Inputting down will cause your character to crouch. Attacking in this state will cause your character to assume a low profile while they perform crouching attacks. And then jumping attacks, going airborne, then attack. And a lot of people will use that as their main like combo opener. So those are the basics, but don't forget them. Instead, devote yourself to tempering them. So here's how you block. There are 2 kinds of blocks, standing block and crouching block, so 2 kinds of blocks. So if you press in the opposite direction of your opponent, you'll do a standing block. So if you're facing right, then you input the stick to the left. So I'm holding back. There you go, block the overhead. And we'll do the same for crouching. We'll hold down and back. Boom. Crouching balls can't defend against overhead or jumping attacks. And most jumping attacks are overheads. So watch your head, protect yourself, wear that helmet. If you just can't break through your opponent's blocks, you can use throws to deal damage instead. At close range, press square and X at the same time for a normal throw. So again, just kind of translating it to a regular controller pad. So you slide your thumb across those and boom. If you think you're about to get thrown, answer back with a throw escape by pressing square and X at the same time. Check your timing and try to escape my throw. Oop. See, that was a little bit early on my part. At around the same time, you will get that throw escape. Throws are a great option for close range offense. Keep it in mind whenever your opponent is nearby. Next up, let's talk special moves. Assuming you're playing as Luke, input course go forward. Again, this is classic mode or classic controls, so that tutorial might say it's something a little bit different if you're using modern or if you're using dynamic controls. But for this, you're rolling down, down, forward, and forward. If you're looking at my controller hand cam, let me try to make this like a little bit larger. So again, you're pressing down and you're rolling to forward. You'll be getting that. You can most likely take your time. Mostly take your time with the directionals. So this one, you'll get that uppercut. Rising uppercut is an attack that's very effective against jumping opponents. Different special moves work better in different situations. Get a feel for each one. Once you practice for a while, you'll be able to fire them off without even thinking. So these are your super arts. So designated like where I am right here, a little pink bar right there, as your super gauge. You could have up to 3 gauges of your super gauge stocked. We have 3 gauges of our super gauge stocked right there. Super art gauge can be filled up to 3 levels. If you have at least 1 level, you can perform a super art. Try performing a level 1 super art, which you may have already guessed uses a stock of super art gauge. So this one's a little bit more of a complicated input. You're gonna roll, you're gonna do that quarter circle forward motion, that roll forward. You're gonna try doing that twice in rapid succession. So next up are level 2 super arts. They take 2. So this one's a little bit different. You want to roll back. So down, down, forward. Sorry, down, down, back, back, then twice, but a little bit faster. Something like that. So down, forward, back, down, forward, back. Oops, damn, that's pretty low. There we go. Ba-boom. And then your level 3, this is every fighter's trump card. As expected, it uses all 3 stocks of the super art gauge. So now you're gonna be doing the same double roll, but you're gonna be pressing a kick button. Now it doesn't really matter, most of the times, it doesn't matter what button strength you press in order to let go of the super art. Some that have like projectiles or distances will actually vary with the button strengths, but for the general idea, you can press any of these, or even if you have buttons macro to like triple punch, triple kick, which I don't think we're going to be needing. Do that as well. Alrighty. So that hits hard. Remember that the super gauge fills up whenever your attack hits or if you are attacked. Never forget that you have something like this up your sleeve. So basically they kind of want to enforce that, like, if you're playing it in an actual match, if an opponent sees that you have level 3, they're gonna approach with some sort of caution most of the time. So just having that in your back pocket might be even enough to turn the tides of a match, because, you know, one silly jump forward, they can be gotten by a level 3. All right, so for the drive gauge, the 6-bar display shown here is known as the drive gauge. This indicates a fighter's concentration and energy level. Utilizing this gauge lets you perform unique actions. So, drive impact. So you can press R1 and R2 at the same time, or you can have it macro to a button to perform a powerful attack, like that. I was prepared for it, but that's still hard. Ow! Drive impacts can absorb 2 attacks from the opponent, but there are some exceptions. When you're in trouble, use a drive impact to break through an attack. So any gaps in your opponent's offense, you can easily exploit with something like this. So they can break a cornered opponent's block. So if you drive impact and he blocks, but his back hits the wall, they get a crush there. So whenever you have someone on the defense in the corner, the drive impact is a good option. Now the drive parry is performed by pressing the triangle and circle buttons at the same time for a powerful defensive tool. Try to defend against my attacks using drive parry. All right, so he's going to be using donkey kick. Like that. Drive parries are effective against both standing and crouching attacks, and a successful drive parry will actually replenish your drive gauge. When you're on your heels and don't know what to do, look to your drive parry. All drive parries are powerful. They can't defend against throws. Perfect parry is a result of performing a drive parry the moment the attack hits you. This is an invaluable tool for your counterattack game. Now, so now we can trade drive impacts. So drive impacts are a powerful tool for any fighter. So when an opponent uses them, there is a good way of dealing with them that you should remember. If someone, you can use a drive parry to defend against a drive impact. So again, you can parry. Instead of blocking, you can parry. If you've been cornered in a fight, you can bet your bottom dollar that your opponent will try to hit you with drive impact. That's when you need to predict their attempt and counter with a drive parry. Or good defense is a good offense as well, so you can counter a drive impact with one of your own. Timing is harder than using a drive parry, but can lead to some big damage. So this is kind of like the main like tug of war in like Street Fighter 6. The drive gauge is absolutely essential to gaining an edge in combat. So he's gonna drive impact. If I do one in reaction, see the game kind of slows down, and then you'll see that we really got that big hit. You get that crumple, and then you can follow up with a really big damaging combo. But here's the thing about that drive gauge, it's burnout. So continuous use will drain the gauge, and you can visibly see that the character is absolutely gassed. And they'll reach that for some, I mean, they'll be in this state for an amount of time. So what'll happen here is that you won't be able to use drive attacks, obviously. You won't be able to defend against those attacks either, except for if you like react with a throw or something. And if an opponent hits you with a drive impact while you're cornered, you will be stunned and be unable to move for a time. So like that little crumple status that we had a little bit earlier, but way worse, way worse. Way worse. You will be there forever. So they can still be stunned if they block the drive impact. So let's go over the rules of engagement. Engage at the top. Obviously displays your vitality. Left is player 1, right is player 2. Get ahead, your vitality will drop, and when it reaches 0, that's a knockout. That wins the round. Rounds have a default of 99. You got your time over. Person with the most health at the end of the round will do a little dance. Each fight has a set number of rounds. Usually it'll be a best of 3 or first to 2 in order to win the match. I don't know how to play Luke, but with that little demo, I think we'll be able to do things pretty adequately. I've never played Luke though. Well fought! Well fought! Now, if you're aiming for the top, in Fighting Ground, you'll find the tutorials. Use these to learn various and more powerful techniques. Don't be hasty. Take your time and get stronger little by little. Go at your own pace. So that's gonna be what these little, tutorials are all about. I'm not gonna go through like all of them. Yeah, they really want you playing Luke. Can I not press start? You don't want me to? You want me to? What? What did it say to do? Oh, I did activate long pause, yeah. Yeah, let's just get out of here then. Alright, so those are the tutorials. We got character guides here as well. You have one for Luke and you have one for Ryu. Let's go over the Ryu one. Again, classic controls, button presets there as well. This will be how to play Ryu. They'll also bequeath a little bit of stratagem to you. So, I'm sorry, that's kind of like blocking it, but I'll read it out. The first thing you'll want to learn is attack sequences revolving around your crouching medium kick. So attack sequences, so canceling one attack into the next attack. Get yourself in a spot where you can connect with the very tip of your foot, and when it hits, immediately follow up with a medium Hadouken for a basic combo. Okay. But unless you remember to mix it up, your opponent will get wise and counter with a drive impact. Again, you use that drive impact to exploit the holes in the game. And I think you can do drive impact like after the medium kick too. But again, don't quote me on that. But still, again, drive impact when using it, kind of like this, will absorb 2 hits. For absolutely free. So if you're trying to do those terrible 2 combos, they will get snuffed out by the drive impact. To deal with this, try using an overdrive or an EX Hadouken after your crouching medium kick, or firing back with a drive impact of your own. That's actually like a really good thing to keep in mind, is that you can get into your drive impact from normal attacks. So if you kind of use that little crouching medium kick, that little poke as a gauge to, you know, what your opponent can do, you can still set yourself up for pretty favorable reactions. All right. Time to spam Chun-Li legs. Yeah, I mean, hey, if it works. If you're looking to close the distance at mid-range, try a solar plexus strike. So the solar plexus strike is a command normal. So you'll, much like a special move where you need like a string of directionals, you only need like 1 directional for this command normal. So the solar plexus strike, even if it's blocked, you'll be able to move before your opponent can. So meaning it's positive on block. Making it a great tool for creating offensive opportunities. So if they try to like mash out of the block for solar plexus, they might get hit with your jab. Just things like that, just keeping up that offensive pressure. So when the solar plexus strike hits, you can actually follow up with a normal move to create combos. You can do a crouching medium punch into a Tatsumaki, or use some of your drive gauge to perform an OD high blade kick, or donkey kick, we'll say instead. So the EX moves are controlled by the same resource as impacts? Yes. If for those that didn't that are like just getting caught up with Street Fighter, your EX moves, or they'll call them the overdrive special moves in this, will actually use your drive gauge, and you can put yourself into your own burnout state if you continue to keep using your OD moves without having that drive meter, that drive gauge, topped up. So it's a little bit of resource management on your side, all while trying to whittle away at their gauge as well. So like this new drive gauge, super quintessential. So yeah, the super gauge that you see like right here is for supers. But the drive gauge, like everything Street Fighter 6 that's unique, centered around that. All right, let's go over some more Ryu fundamentals. So the whirlwind kick is a useful move. It's another command normal, I think, right? When fighting at mid-range, it can also be used to avoid an opponent's sweep. So it kind of low profiles because you're kind of hopping. So the crouching, mediums, and like he tried to do, the computer tried to do a sweep right there and completely went right over it, right? If you see an opponent throw out a sweep, after you've done a whirlwind kick, you can transition to an EX Tatsumaki. Look at that. It's nice. Like the hits are heavy, and you can see that little bit of a, confirm, So the combo will do a lot of damage and leave you into an advantageous position. Like that's a pretty good amount of damage for the amount of meter that you spend. Absolutely. Oh, and actually you can use the touchpad and you can try yourself. So it is a command normal, that little whirlwind kick. And again, it's a heavy move, so like it's a little bit of an easier confirm than most. Look at that. So again, you're not jumping, but you're using a command normal to like low profile a sweep or a lower hitting move, and then you can easily confirm into some pretty nice, pretty quick damage. I really love how these tutorials are that you know that they not only tell you about how the character should be played at a very basic level, but they'll actually have you like try out those little like instances, those circumstances. You know?
We should go on a journey together.
Ryu had the hop kick normal in alpha. They all had no, that wasn't that EX that you're thinking of?
Good form.
Where the Tatsus look like really weird. All right, but sorry, I gotta remember where my touchpad button is. I'll actually teach you about the other. Oh, we got fundamentals 4. Let's go through as well. The collarbone breaker is what's called an overhead attack and can be used to slip through the guard of opponents who are blocking while crouched. This will be your main overhead, but there's a way to make it even more effective. So this is sick. I think what they're going to be doing is kind of drive rush boosting the normal. So like here, I'll go. So yeah, drive rush. So if you transition from a drive rush to a collarbone breaker or just like any other normal, the normal gains some pretty buffed properties, like it gains increased frame advantage. So if you use a drive rush and use something like that, and a lot of characters have like really like either low overheads, either really low reaching lows for their medium kicks, or the mix up from overhead like that. A lot of characters would have those. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so it's kind of like an EX normal. Yeah, it does have the hop kick. Awesome. Thank you for looking that up for us. So let's try this out for ourselves. So again, we're gonna use the drive impact, right? And again, you can either use the mediums to do it, or I think by default you'll have a button macroed to drive impact or to drive. Like I have the top one here for drive impact, and then this one for drive parry or drive rush. So again,
We should go on a journey together.
just a little bit faster than that though. Is it a little bit faster than that? There we go. You gotta let go of the drive rush button. Obviously, if you're doing a macro, because technically this is 2 mediums, so you won't be able to use your other mediums for your, for your for your collarbone breakers. So make sure you do a little bit of that for some more frame advantage.
We should train together sometime.
So there is a little bit of that. So what's more, drive rush itself causes you to move forward, increasing its reach. It can be used to create openings in your opponent's defenses, even if there is some distance between you. So if you are adding on to that pressure, if your opponent is absolutely scared and down backing, this is one way to like get them really jolted and opened up. Now again, you do get the positive frames. You do get an increased advantage whether you're on hit or on block. And that's a really important thing to know, is that like you get those increased properties whether you're hit or whether you're hitting them and it's like landing, or whether they're blocking it. So it can still be a really safe way to approach. And for some characters with really nice frame advantage on their normals, increased the pressure, especially if they're backing them up against the wall like that. That's absolutely cool. Y'all want to see the Luke tutorials? Are you able to play Ryu? Just go to just toggle. These are the only two that you're able to. Yeah, you just gotta make sure to get yourself over there. All right, so how about we learn a little bit about how Luke plays. So sandblast, fire, shockwave, and pressure from your fist, useful checking an opponent from a distance or as a stopgap in combos. So the strength of the button used changes the speeds of its execution and its range. Light sandblast comes out fast. Medium has a long range, and heavy's perfect for locking people down. Again, it will let you try it out.
Yeah, just like that.
There goes your medium.
This isn't hard for you, huh?
There goes your heavy. Again, you're rolling forward.
Yeah, just like that.
Go back to preview. So the overdrive version, the EX version, which takes a little bit of your drive gauge, remember? A little bit more range, stronger, and there's a little bit of a knockdown, sorry. But if you add an input at the end, you can do one last blast of fatal shot. It's equal parts useful and badass, but be careful you don't burn through your drive gauge. Yeah, it costs an additional bar of the drive gauge. Hold on, let me play from the beginning. No, that's not what I want. Sorry, we have to go back. So, boasting an array of standard moves complemented by techniques that shine when used offensively, Luke is well-rounded but particularly adept at close-range combat. So, projectiles, anti-airs, and more, Luke can adapt to any situation he finds himself in. Many of his moves propel him forward, allowing for some serious combo potential on opponents who leave themselves open. So you got to really watch yourself out when fighting against Luke, basically. Like, this is also a way that you can digest these character guides and tutorials. It's just a little bit of how they work. If you're like, man, I don't know how Manon works, I don't know how Marisa works, I don't know, like what's this DJ doing? These character guides will give you a little bit of insight on like what their general game plan is or should be. From applying pressure to tacking on damage and combos, Flash Knuckle, that has a wide variety of applications. So we already went over Sandblast. Oh, sorry, hold on. So the fatal shot, again, 2 EXs, and you have to input them pretty quickly. Oop, hold on. There we go.
Hard for you, huh?
I wonder if you can like delay them. I don't think so though.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
For you, huh?
All right, so we did that. Next one, the Flash Knuckle. A full-powered chargeable punch. Increase the damage output by holding down the button at the beginning. Release the button when you see a flash to further boost its properties. So in short, this one's mostly for combos. Light version combos from light attacks, the medium one for medium and heavy attacks. The heavy version, meanwhile, is good for landing an extra hit on juggled opponents, or as a way to close out combos.
Okay, good work there.
So again, you can hold them or just let them rip.
Hard for you, huh?
That's the light.
Yeah.
That's medium. Again, once you see that flash, you can kind of like let it rip.
Okay, good work there. You're doing good.
Yeah. And then heavy.
This isn't hard for you, huh?
I feel like for maximum efficiency, you kind of want to let go as soon as you see that white flash.
Isn't hard for you, huh? Okay, good work there.
Yeah. So, cool thing about Flash Knuckle is that you can charge it by holding the button. The charged Flash Knuckle hits the enemy a little bit different. Yep, we said that. We did that. The overdrive version is super fast. Launches your opponent into the air if it hits. So you can do...
This isn't hard for you, huh?
Oh. Did a DDT. Or you can extend it like that. It's pretty funny. To make the most out of it, you want to try canceling into it from a move with long reach, like the crouching medium kick. If you input another command when the first connect hits, you can cash in some drive gauge to grab your opponent and nail him with a DDT. If you feel like bailing on a combo in favor of some quick damage, this is kind of the way to go. You get some quick damage, but you are spending a little bit more of your drive gauge in order to do so. So you got to make sure that you are, you know, managing your resources effectively. LV Cree, welcome to the stream. And aerial Flash Knuckle. A Flash Knuckle can be performed while jumping, can be used to alter the trajectory of your jump, making it useful for surprise attacks, can also be worked into aerial combos. This here's a nasty jump attack that not many moves can beat in terms of reach. If you can land it, it'll send your opponent flying and leave them flat on their back. You get a hard knockdown. Depends on... Well, yeah, you do. But again, like, would you want to spend the drive gauge for that? Again, it's a little bit of a tug of war. Here's a nasty jump attack that not many moves can beat in terms of reach. If you land it, it'll send your opponent flying and leave them flat on their back. So the aerial knuckle.
Okay, good work there. You're doing good.
That's funny.
Okay, good work there. This isn't hard for you, huh?
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, just like that.
I wonder if you can...
You're doing good.
You get some like landing recovery.
Heads up. This isn't hard for you, huh?
This Unreal Engine ass character. If you hold the button while you're doing the move, it'll change what it does, making it for a heck of a surprise attack. Yep. So the overdrive will make the move the same as if you held the button, but you can do it immediately. Also increases its power, making it perfect for those times you want to secure some damage. The Avenger. Charge ahead in the forward-leaning stance. Other moves can be executed out of Avenger by pressing a button during its animation. So the Avengers, so that right there.
Okay, good work there.
Doesn't matter what. I don't think it matters what attack strength you use, right? Yeah, no. The Impaler can be used to break the guard for an opponent who's blocking while crouched. That's an overhead. If you find yourself in a situation where you think it might be useful, give it a try. The overdrive version of Avenger absorbs opponent's attacks. This effect, known as armor, lets you do stuff like tank an opponent's hit and then slam it with a follow-up attack. So an increased, rather an additional property to the OD Avenger. That armor property. So like you're just kind of like strong arming. You're like forcing yourself in, basically. It's pretty good. I want to keep doing that. Rising uppercut, ferocious punch. I mean, this is your dragon punch. It grants immunity to jumping attacks, making it useful as an anti-air technique. So the light and medium ones are the easiest to use for anti-air. Once you get a handle on it, try kicking up a notch with a heavy rising uppercut instead. It does some wicked damage. If you bust out the overdrive version, the move is invincible the entire time. So if you're getting rocked by some serious pressure, this fella's here to help you turn the table. So like, again, exploiting the holes in your opponent's strategy, or just using it for plain disrespect, you know? If you press two punch buttons when you're up in the air, you can follow up with a slam dunk that'll smack your opponent to the ground. Takes drive gauge to use, like most of the other extensions, but it's a lot of damage. Let's see, how much damage does that do? Oh yeah, that's a pretty sizable amount. The Vulcan Blast. Its swift speed makes it useful in projectile wars and in combos. Yeah. Try pulling one off if you got some poor fool in the air after a move that launches. Fully invincible DP on wake up sounds like it demands respect. Yeah, that's why you gotta be really careful about it when fighting Luke. Or when you're playing as Luke, you're racing the hole. Level 2, Eraser, a series of punches punctuated by a powerful finishing blow that sends an opponent flying. Connecting with the first hit is enough to activate the combination attack that follows. So yeah, a lot like that. And there's level 3. The Pale Rider. The charge and mount the opponent before unloading a flurry of powerful punches. It has long forward range, making it useful in combos or as a way to deal with projectiles. And this level 3 just like hurts. One thing that we kind of failed to mention was the fact that it's also projectile invincible. So you gotta watch out. If like the threat that your opponent can be if they have drive gauge or if they have super gauge, like you gotta watch out for that. This is where that mental stack kind of like takes hold. You know? And a lot of the fundamentals just teaching you a little bit of how to play Luke and all that. And all of that. So we went through some tutorials. We went through the character guides available in the demo. Sad, no arcade mode. Who wants to come over for some one-on-one? But what's this extreme battle all about? A party mode where you can set up unusual rules and gimmicks, making for battles that anyone can enjoy. If you want to survive in the world of extreme battling, luck is every bit as important as technique. And 1 to 2 players can participate in these, which is great. So down and out, first to get 5 knockdowns wins. Rules and gimmicks. Avoid the bull that stampedes through the stage. Oh, hold on.
Super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like,
this is a character select stream?
I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they
only decent song in the game. I kind of agree. I mean, I don't know. What's up, boy? What's up, friend? I'm sorry, this kind of goes hard. I'm sorry, that kind of goes hard. That kind of goes hard. That's gone the hardest. Yeah, that's gone the hardest. Hold on, we gotta listen to that again. This is going up again. What's up, Grant? Welcome to the stream. Patty with the tier 1 gifted subscription to Boix. Thank you very much for keeping a helmet on someone's head so I can keep a roof over mine. Be greatly appreciated. Hold on. I need jams in the chat. I need dance emotes in the chat for this. Hold on.
I'm tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights.
gotta make my own highlights.
For the fight of my life, show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy, give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends, yeah, you know that I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind and they ain't built them like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mirror. A real freedom fighter, got a problem, what's the deal? Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion. I did it all, even what they say can't be done. I wear my straight square, I raise my flag high, and I'ma stay free till the day I die. Survivalist, heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time,
Alright, yeah.
that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunity.
When's the soundtrack?
I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say regardless. Not afraid to fail, I try my hardest. Power up, the time.
This pay-per-view ass theme song, like.
Yeah, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realized.
And it's not just like a 30-second loop either.
Working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't gotta really like me, but you must respect me. I'm saying, if they ever try to check me, I ain't gonna let them wreck me. The pain remains. Gotta remind myself where I came from and represent. The struggle made the realest man you ever met. Isn't it evident? I ain't stopped before, not planning on stopping now. I'm tired of playing the sidelines.
All right, there goes the loop. God damn. That actually might be better than Indestructible. Actually, I'm gonna put the hot take here. That's way better than Indestructible. It's that evolution from the third strike character select theme, you know, like, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Way better than Indestructible.
I might be proud of what I see from the man in the mirror. A real freedom fighter, got a problem, what's the deal? Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion.
I'm a champion. Indestructible's iconic, but I would not be bumping that now. I could probably get away with bumping this like in anything other than a video game setting. I love that. The fighter introduction is sick.
Let me have some fun.
We're gonna hold Evo Reno singing along? Nah. Well, that's because people are lazy to listen to lyrics. Oh shit! It's the bull! Oh. It's a oh shit! The bull. Oh. You can hit the bull? I tried to sweep the bull. I tried to DP the bull. Look, man. Do I really want to hurt the bull though? that should be a... Dog! This bull will not relent. It's a fucking bull. Shit. Right now I gotta try to hit this damn bull.
Round 2. Fight.
I don't know the properties. Well, this fucking loop needs to get out of my way. Can you impact the bull? No, the bull armor breaks. Someone tell them no, the bull armor breaks. Where the fuck is this bull coming from? Out of here. Fucking, oh my god. Leave me alone. No. I gotta do this once before we switch games. I gotta do this once.
Round 2. Fight.
Again, brigade. We're gonna be doing some more stuff with the snack box soon. I tried punching the bull. It did jack shit, Tubo. It did jack fucking malarkey. I EX'd the fucking bull. And it did jack it did jack. Do I gotta do I gotta super the bull? Is that it? I gotta super the bull? Fuck! Can you parry the bull? No. Parry is tied to drive and it armor breaks, so no. Can you throw the bull? No. I'm pretty sure not. I don't think Ryu can do anything to the bull. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Y'all wanna buy it? Y'all wanna buy it on the PlayStation Store? I'm gonna get it on PC still. I'm gonna get it on PC still. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much it, right? The Fighting Ground demo? No, I think it's just the fighting ground. Oh no, Avatar stuff. We have Avatar stuff to go through. All right, but we gotta switch. I wanna play Dollar Store with chat. Y'all ready for Dollar Store? We'll be doing a specially crafted Super Mario World randomizer seed. And we are going to be We'll do this later. We'll do this afterwards. But this is gonna be a very special test of the new Crowd Control 2.0 app. I actually have to like set it up, so it's gonna take me like a little bit. So it's gonna work a little bit differently than in previous dollar stores. It's gonna be a little bit different, but it's gonna be awesome. It's for the benefit of taking Crowd Control multi-platform, basically. So no longer in the future, and no longer will we be tied to coins through bits and things like that, and the creator will get more and you can enjoy more. Again, not going through Twitch. Yeah, we will be back. I am going to go on this will probably take maybe 5 or 10 minutes to set on up. And we're going to be doing some Super Mario World on the Snackbox Micro, so that'll be hype. So get your coins ready. And if you're wondering how to actually redeem the cash for coins, then I will guide you through all of that. This is brand new to me as well. So give me some patience. And we will be going through the character creator and the kind of my player mode afterwards. So stick around for that as well. We'll be right back for even more after this.